My grandma makes the best beans in the world, and I'm going to share the recipe with you. There's a lot of pressure. She's probably watching, but I'm going to share her recipe with my fingers and toes absolutely crossed. Now, I've got a pre-warmed pan that I've put some olive oil in, and then look at all these beautiful flavours that are going to go in here. Beans are a wonderful source of your veggie intake. So people don't realise that beans, be it canned, dried, soaked, whatever, they all count in your veggies. So a wonderful way to hit the 5 serves of veggies a day. Ginger, garlic, onion, diced, all go into the pan, and you just want to gently brown those off. So some cumin seeds go in, and these are a beautiful flavour punch, and some mustard seeds go in as well, and some chilli. Now, if you're making this for kids, and I've left a little bit in there because if you're making it for children, you might not want too much of this, but we're going to put a Raita on the side so it does dull down the heat a little bit. Whilst those are just gently softening, you just want to chop some potatoes. Now, my grandma would say really thinly, and the potato just adds a beautiful texture to the beans. It just breaks it up slightly. I'm just going to chop the potato into discs, and then I'm going to chop these in half, just so that they're not too big. Beautiful. So those are all the right size. These go into the pan with the glorious spices, and the intention now is to soften those down a little bit because you don't want them to be firm at all in this dish. Turmeric, absolutely critical. Now, my family say that the turmeric doesn't really add that much flavour. It's all about the colour and the aesthetics of the dish, which is so important in Indian cooking. And you want to mix those potatoes around and cover them in all the goodness. And we're going to let those go for a little while so the potatoes can soften. And now we move on to the Raita. Now, my kids love yogurt, and so I put lots and lots of veggies into my Raita. And it means not only are they eating veggies in there, but they're also getting it through the yogurt side. And this stuff goes with everything. Yogurt, cumin, quite a bit of it, powdered cumin. You want that big cumin punch. And I've already got some grated cucumber. All the fluid has been squeezed out, really important. You don't want it to get too soggy. And I also like to add some carrot because it gets loads of veggies in, but it also adds some sweetness to the Raita as well. So you get your mussels in, and let's get a good dose of carrot. Beautiful. Plenty. And all that goodness is going to get mixed together. Now, I like my Raita quite thick. You can see that it's going to be quite thick with all those veggies in it. And you want to stir that through. And the finishing touch to the Raita is a dash of lemon for some tartness. You want that beautiful tanginess of the lemon, and you stir that through, and that's your Raita done. Now it's time to add these beans. Now, the type of beans you use are really important. These are adzuki beans, and they've been pre-soaked overnight. And we add garam masala, another very traditional Indian concoction. A tomato, very roughly chopped. And my grandma says that just breaks up the spices slightly and adds some sweetness to the dish. So that all goes in. Mix it around so the beans get coated in all those beautiful spices. And now I'm going to add some water, and you just need enough to gently coat the beans. Some salt, and then some pepper. Everything's in the pot now, and the potatoes and the beans are coated in those beautiful spices. I'm going to let this go and simmer gently for an hour so that the beans can completely soften. My goodness, look at all those beautiful beans and potato. That's been going for about an hour. All the fluid has soaked in. You need to cook them for the hour though. They need to completely soften. Now, the base of this is some beautiful Basmati rice, which has been cooked in the microwave for 2 minutes. So easy. Lots of fibre. And then we're going to put some beans on top and some Raita as well. And then to finish it off, some coriander, just for some green. And that is a really nourishing dish. Those beans count in your veggie intake. That's a one-pot wonder that can sit in your fridge for a couple of days, feed the whole family. I reckon my grandma would be proud.